Hello and welcome to Kapow Toys Presents. I am your host, King Grimlock, and tonight we are going to be looking at Sidearm Sideswipe, a repaint and redo, a remoulding of the Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe. This is the Hunt for Decepticons one, and the first thing you'll notice, it is very similar to the original. There's nothing really on the car mode that's actually any different, except for the front end paint apps, which for some reason really remind me of the Rebel Alliance symbol from Star Wars. I don't know why, it really just that image of it. It's very nicely painted on. It looks very good. I don't know why he has red headlamps though. I always thought headlamps were white. And also maybe that grille should have been painted in red. I don't know. But overall, as a toy, it's a nice looking car. As obviously he was in the thing. Once again, my common complaint is that the alloys have not been painted in. Tiny little order book symbol on the back. Nice exhaust detailing, but he is very panelly in this mode. It looks nice as a piece, but all of the articulation seams are there, and it's really quite obvious, especially on the silver paintwork where things don't really blend together that well. He is just very shamey. I do love this red plastic though, and the overall design of the car is gorgeous as well. On the flip side, you can see obvious robot kibble, the legs down there, and these little springes look really good, but it's nice and tidy. It's nice and tidy. It's not everything in the way. What you will notice is if you do have the original Sideswipe, that his giganto blades aren't underneath, because the blades have been removed for this one to make him Sidearm Sideswipe. The blades have been removed, and he's been given, and I can't lift that up yet, can I? And he's been given two guns. As Red Leader, my boss has called him John Woo Sideswipe. So let's have a look at Sideswipe in his robot mode. And we have Sidearm Sideswipe in his robot mode. And as any long-term listeners will know, I don't like the movie aesthetic, and I love this guy. I think he looks stunning. I think he looks absolutely gorgeous in this mode. I think the design is brilliant. His legs look great. Obviously we have the toes. It's because he wouldn't stand up on just his wheels, but the articulation is hampered somewhat by the piston joints and around the back. He doesn't have the greatest amount of bend in any of the joints on the legs. The ankles do turn, ankles on feet do turn, but it is quite badly hampered. But he looks magnificent. I never liked the gigantic blades, and they are missing from this in a way. It sounds weird for not liking them, but you do feel if they were detachable and something different, to be able to add them on would have been really good. And the main difference is, of course, that the doors are now able to go around to the back because they aren't attached to the not attached to the arms. Sorry, I was away with the fairies there. But the main thing, of course, is that he now has guns rather than his blades. So we can have a closer look at the storage of the guns on the inside of the top of the car. Work as a little holster in his robot mode as well. No cool auto draw function like Warbot Defender or like Revenge of the Fallen Brawn, unfortunately. That would have been awesome. Because this guy's got a lot good going for him. A real lot. And his aesthetic is amazing. And I didn't like the first one. I really didn't. But for some reason, this guy does it for me. I was tempted by the Swerve repaint, but decided against, because I thought, that's really Sideswipe, but decided against it. Downside of this kibble, though there isn't too bad or isn't too much of it, is that there's nothing you can do with it. It's it's fold up or fold down or turn around or position it how you want it really, but there's nothing to clip it into. There's no way to make it secure. So what's all the fuss about? Why would you buy this repaint? Because it's a slight retail for these. It's boomsticks. They ain't the greatest looking guns on the planet, I'm not going to deny it. But they do work for John Woo Sideswipe, and they do look quite natty when he's got the two. Go on, get in. Two in hand, and the big forearms that he does come with because of the wheels and everything do make for. I don't know. It just works very well for me. I'm trying to think of aesthetic words. Yeah, it really works. He actually almost I don't know, he's almost cowboyish in his posability now because of these two very old-looking guns. They do look like old, what the little mini blunderbusses called. I really don't know, but you know, I really like him. I really like the aesthetic. I really like the paint scheme. Yes, it's silver. It was 2 or 3 different types of silver and grey, with a little bit of red, but it works. The head's too small. I'll say that straight off the back, and the neck joint does make him look like he's always leering forward slightly. But in all, a very impressive movie piece, which is rare for me to say, to be honest. Alt mode could do with tightening up for the panel lines. The paint scheme doesn't help that. Robot mode could do with detachable blades rather than just outright missing blades. But the guns are a welcome addition to what I have been told is an already quite spectacular toy. And you know what? I'm impressed enough with him. I'm impressed enough with him to say, you know what, he's worth picking up. If you do have the original, being able to get rid of the arm kibble, getting the guns, that might make the difference for you. It really might. And the new paint scheme might really sway you as well. It's a minor retooling, and it's a minor repaint, but you know what? It makes quite a significant difference. Anyway, this is Hunt for the Decepticons Sidearm Sideswipe, available to pre-order in soon at Kapow Toys. Thanks for watching, guys.